Imagine you get a message from your landlord. They're selling the house you are renting. Your heart drops. Where are you going to live? How long do you have? Do you have to leave straight away? I know someone going through exactly this right now. A close friend of mine. And the first thing she did was start looking for somewhere else to live. But here is what I told her. Stop. Do not pack a single box yet. Because if you are a private tenant in England and your landlord is selling, the law gives you far more protection than you think. In the next few minutes, I'm going to cover exactly what your rights are, how much notice your landlord must give you, what they absolutely cannot do, and the one mistake most tenants make that costs them everything. Stay with me until the end, because that last point could save your home. If your landlord tells you they're selling, you assume you have to leave. Most tenants do. They start panicking, searching for somewhere new, sometimes even giving notice themselves. And that is the biggest mistake you can make. Because here is what your landlord doesn't want you to know. A sale does not end your tenancy. Let me say that again. Your landlord selling the property does not mean you have to leave. Under the Renters' Rights Act 2025, your tenancy is now what's called an assured periodic tenancy. That means it rolls on indefinitely, with no set end date. Even if the property changes hands, the new owner becomes your landlord. Your rights stay exactly the same, and crucially, you cannot be forced out just because someone wants to buy the property. So when can a landlord make you leave if they want to sell? Under the Housing Act 1988, as amended by the Renters' Rights Act 2025, your landlord must use a specific legal ground called Ground 1A, and it comes with very strict rules. First, they cannot use Ground 1A in the first 12 months of your tenancy. If you have lived there for less than a year, they cannot even begin this process. Second, they must give you a minimum of 4 months written notice, not 2 weeks, not a text message, 4 months, in writing, using the correct legal form. Third, they must prove they genuinely intend to sell. They cannot serve you notice just to get rid of you and then rent it to someone else. If they do that, they face fines of up to £40,000. And here is something even more powerful. Even after that 4-month notice expires, if you haven't left, they cannot just change the locks. They must apply to court and get a possession order. That process alone can take several months. You have far more time than you think. Now let me tell you what your landlord absolutely cannot do. They cannot pressure you to leave before your notice period ends. They cannot show buyers around your home without giving you at least 24 hours written notice. They cannot harass you or make your life difficult to force you out. They cannot ask you to sign anything surrendering your tenancy. If they do any of these things, that is a breach of your covenant of quiet enjoyment, and potentially harassment under the Protection from Eviction Act 1977. Document everything, every message, every visit, every conversation. Write it all down with dates. No paper trail means no proof. So here is exactly what I want every private tenant in England to do if your landlord has told you they're selling. 1. Do not give notice yourself unless you are genuinely ready to leave. 2. Get everything in writing. If your landlord hasn't served you a formal Section 8 notice using Ground 1A, you are not legally required to go anywhere. 3. Check how long you have been in the property. If it's less than 12 months, they cannot even start the Ground 1A process yet. 4. Contact Shelter or Citizens Advice immediately for free advice specific to your situation. I'll put the links in the description. And 5. Remember, a for sale sign in the window is not a legal notice to leave. Only a formal Ground 1A notice, served correctly in writing, starts that clock. My friend was ready to start packing. She thought she had no choice, but she has 4 months minimum notice under the Renters' Rights Act 2025. She's been in the property over a year, and her landlord hasn't even served the correct Section 8 paperwork yet. She doesn't have to go anywhere right now, and neither do you. If you are a private tenant in England going through this, please share this video because I guarantee someone you know is in the same situation and doesn't know their tenant rights. And if you want to know more about what your landlord can and cannot do, I've covered Awab's Law, Section 21, Deposit Rights, and the full Renters' Rights Act in my previous videos. Links are in the description. Subscribe to Tenant Power UK. Because every week I'm breaking down exactly what your rights are as a private renter in this country.